Hello everybody, it is meteorologist Ains Weather Forecast and welcome back to another tropical weather update, guys. This is going to be now another update on the tropical weather for this chance of having Hurricane Barry, guys. So we do have PC2 now. It is not Invent 92L, it is PC2 now. As you can tell, it is right here. We do not have it in this development circle here now because it has developed now today. I did believe it was going to develop today. That was a very good. Oops, that was really bad. There's a really good chance of it. PTC to development today. I thought it was gonna be maybe more into the early afternoon, but again, it did intensify a lot as it did get into the Atlantic Ocean yesterday. It did get into the Gulf of Mexico, and it's been there for a little less than a day now, and so now it's gonna get all these warm waters now. And guys, we have a lot of new updates on the tracks now. We do have just a lot of new updates, guys. So if you guys want to know all that, who's going to get impacted inland, just stay tuned. Alright, guys. So again, we're going to be looking at the 5-day tropical weather outlook. And here we do have PTC2. It is Cyclone 2. So we have maximum sustained winds up to 30 miles per hour wind. So again, still not in the tropical storm Barry yet. But it's going to be, and it should be up to a potential tropical storm formation maybe in the next 2 days to 3 days, maybe even tomorrow, maybe. But it's most likely going to be in the next 2 days, guys, where we can kind of see it getting very close to Tropical Storm Barry and potentially Hurricane Barry. As you can tell, formation chances for the next 48 hours are very high, 100% chance now. So they are most definitely for sure now that they will have a Tropical Storm Barry in the next 2 days, and then formation next 5 days. If it didn't do in the next 48 hours, the next 5 days is a high percent chance for the 100. So in the next 2 to 5 days, we do have a 100% chance for having Barry forming. So this is the 5-day tropical weather outlook. So now we're going to be looking at the satellite imagery now. As you can tell, it is a lot more organized than yesterday. Oops, I cannot get this thing to work. It is a lot more organized than yesterday. We do have these other clouds here off the coast of Florida. We do have bringing in some rain right now for some areas in the western part of Florida. That's why we're going to have some potential flooding issues for Florida too. So we do have these outer clouds here, but the center of it is right here. We do have all these, oh my gosh, I am getting the wrong thing here. We are having all these clouds right here. This is where we have PTC2 right now. We do have some clouds out here. We do have a lot of clouds, a lot of compact clouds here, and then we do have these bands, if you want to call it some outer bands here, that is kind of showing that it's starting to get a bit more organized. We're not having a lot of vorticity right now. We are just having it moving to the southwest like expected, and where that 5-day development was supposed to be. So again, it's just moving to the southwest, moving to more into the northern part of the Gulf of Mexico, and then by then that's where we should have Tropical Storm Barry form, and then take a turn to the northwest and potentially affect eastern Texas and parts of Louisiana, and potentially all the way to Arkansas and Oklahoma. Now we're going to be looking at the tracks. So if we look at the tracks now, we do have it right here. This dot right here, right there. That's where it is right now. Again, we do have this clouds again affecting parts of the Florida area, and then we do have most of the models. Some models are really going out of the way here. We do have most of the models showing it still going to the southwest now. The next 24 hours, we can actually have some outer bands starting to go into these areas of the islands of Louisiana. We could, because look how close it could be. The center of it, that's where how close it can be, and it could potentially bring in some clouds there. So you could have some drizzles from PTC2 in Louisiana early on. Now we do have some bands, some tracks going in from now on all the way to Mississippi. That's not looking like it. The cone based on this is looking like it should go like this. I do know a lot of models do not, but it should go in this range here. Most of the models do show it actually affecting eastern Texas. Not really looking like it's going to affect Houston now. It's going to be like really on the border of Texas and Louisiana. And then most of the models, some of the models, 50% chance do show it affecting either Mississippi or the New Orleans area, affecting eastern Louisiana. And then the other 50% chance do show it affecting either western or central Louisiana, going up to Arkansas, Arkansas and Mississippi and parts of Memphis. So again, it's not really all together right now. As we get closer to when Barry does form, as we do get closer there, that's where we should have these tracks start to get a bit closer, because it goes all the way to possibly affecting Georgia. Oh, sorry, possibly affecting Alabama and Tennessee. So, but the really area we need to look at is right here, as it could affect Louisiana, Arkansas without a doubt, and possibly affect some areas like in the Gulfport and Jackson, Mississippi area. Now we're going to be looking at the intensity guidance. Now, we do have some models getting very close to Category 1 now. So now it's looking like it is going to get a lot stronger. Like I did say, with same thing with Barbara. It did not look like it was going to get more than a tropical storm, but then it kept on, as the days went on, it kept on getting stronger and stronger and stronger. So did the intensity guidance. So this looking like it's going to get here, but it's not looking like it's going to get to a major hurricane here. It could get to a tropical storm by early. The earliest it can get to a tropical storm, Barry, is the next 12 hours. But the majority show it maybe by tomorrow, all the way to the next 36 hours. So again, we're going to have all these models go very high up. These winds will really intensify very fast now. These warm waters are really, really warm. So it should get, all the models are showing a tropical storm getting by tomorrow, or going to a tropical storm in general. And then some of them do so it falling back down by the next 108 hours, which is showing it's going to make landfall as a tropical storm based on that. But some models, maybe 2 or 3, do show getting very, very close to Category 1, up to 55 to 60 knots there. And then we do have 2 models, the SHIP, which is right on the border, Category 1 there. So it's showing a very, very weak Category 1. And also the HWFI does show getting to a Category 1 too. Looking like it's going to be a weak Category 1. It could get to maybe a medium Category 1, but not really a major. And then it should go back down to tropical storm and become the remnant of Barry by the next 108 hours to latest 120 hours. So again, that's the intensity guidance now. Now we're going to be looking at the wind. We're going to be looking at the 10-meter wind first now, like we always do. This is like on the ground now. Next 24 hours, we do have this vorticity start to get in a bit. We do have up to 26 knots in the center of this right now, so it is starting to intensify a little bit. But the next 48 hours, it does actually intensify a good bit, up to 35 knots, a lot of circulation, and then it's going to start affecting again, like I said, the Louisiana islands out there, possibly tomorrow in the earliest, and then up to 54 knots. So again, it is getting a lot stronger now. It is going to have a lot of circulation. Should it be affecting now parts of the western Louisiana area there, and then move on to central Louisiana and possibly affect the most eastern part, like next to the border of Texas right there. And then it could possibly, again, I did say, it could possibly affect parts of the eastern Texas there. It's going to get to 47 knots, and it could really get a lot weaker. Now it's just going to look very unorganized once it passes there. Now we're going to be looking at the H50 HPA wind. Now this is a bit higher into the atmosphere, so again, it is going to be higher, of course, and then it's going to, by the next 48 hours, it does show getting up to 50 knots already, going to be affecting actually very more into the New Orleans now, showing all these outer bands are a bit bigger, going to be getting very close to the Baton Rouge now, instead of those smaller islands again. It is going to show a bit bigger now. And then as we go the next 90 hours, 102 knots, they're really going to be affecting eastern Texas and southern Louisiana. Really going to be devastating winds and flooding. Going to be moving to Arkansas with 77 knots there. And then 156 hours from now, all the way to the 12th of July, it's going to be, the 16th of July, my bad. All the way, it's going to be affecting up to 62 knots for those areas. Devastating winds. And then actually up to possibly 44 knots in the Wind City, Chicago, and be affecting the Midwest and the Ozarks higher up in the elevation. So if you got in these mountains areas, which I know there aren't a lot because it's called the plains, then you could see some stronger winds out there. Now we're going to be looking at the vorticity. Next 48 hours, we are seeing a lot of good circulation here. It's looking very organized. We can have these vorticity bands out there in the blue. The next 3 days, though, it's a lot bigger now. You can see these blue bands here starting to affect even Louisiana, the parts of Mexico, guys. And then it's going to be affecting parts of Louisiana. It's going to be getting those winds, that vorticity. You see that circulation there. And then it's going to be making landfall on the border of Louisiana and Texas. Going to be getting a bit disorganized now. You do see it get a lot disorganized now. Then it does look like it is going to rip through It's gonna rip through parts of the northeast, and then last thing we're gonna be looking at is the precipitation. If this thing can actually load, I do hope it loads. I'm not sure why it's not loading, but guys, now we're gonna be looking at the precipitation. If this thing can load, this thing's not loading. Hold on, guys. Okay, everybody, I do apologize for that. It was not loading for some reason. I had to wait a couple minutes there. But by the next 66 hours, we do have actually up to very close to a foot in the Gulf of Mexico. That's showing how the heavy rain is really going to be affecting some areas. We do start to have that rain by the 12th of July to 11th of July. We're going to have up to possibly, guys, 2 feet of rain for Louisiana, guys. It is incredibly high. Then we can have up to 6 inches there for eastern Texas. We go all the way the next a couple days, up to 8 days from now. We're gonna have that. You can see the cone. You can see where it's gonna cut. You can see where it's gonna go just from rain totals there, guys. We're gonna actually have up to possibly 11 inches to 15 inches of rain for northern Texas and Arkansas there, and then we can actually have lower amounts as we go more into the north, because we're really gonna have a lot of rain there. So guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please stay safe. Please stay tuned for the next upload tomorrow. I am busy, so that's why I did make my video a bit earlier today. So I do apologize if you were hoping for another video today. But expect one by tomorrow. So guys, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And see you guys next time. Bye.